For our second video, we're going to work with adding the problem 769, and we're going to add to that 584. And we're going to look at this problem 4 different ways. So we're going to get really good at adding 769 plus 584. We're just going to look at it at 3 different ways. The first way we're going to look at it is we're going to add new groups below. Now this is a new type of addition for Mr. Winkleman. I did not grow up doing addition like this. But we're going to start with 769. Whoops, I need my writing instrument, don't I? 769 plus 584. Now we're going to add those together. And when we do that, we're going to regroup. So I have 9 plus 4, which is 13. So I'm going to write down the 3. Now the name of this one is new groups below. And this is what I do. I put my new grouping right there. So now I have 1 plus 8 plus 6. 1 plus 8 is 9. 9 plus 6 is 15. Write down the 5. Carry the new group right there. And then I have 7 plus 5 is 12. Plus 1 is 13. New group right here. And then it's right there. So my response is going to be 1,353. This was the new groups below strategy. The next one we're going to talk about is one that Mr. Winkleman is more familiar with, and that's the new groups above. That's the new groups above strategy. Again, we'll start with our problem, 769 plus 584. And for this one, we're going to choose red. Again, we're going to start in this column, and we're going to add 9 and 4. We're going to get 13. And when we regroup and we carry, we're going to put it above. This is going to be 15. Carry the 1. That's going to be 13. Carry the 1. Excuse me. And once again, ladies and gentlemen, oops, that was a horrible, we should just probably not make that thing. I don't know what that was. We're going to get 1,353. Now, if you notice, ladies and gentlemen, there's not a lot of difference in this aside from we put the numbers on top or the numbers on the bottom. It really doesn't matter. And quite honestly, when we talk about the final addition method, it's the subtotal method. And this is very similar to and there are 2 subtotal methods, but this is very similar to our partial product multiplication. There is the left to right version, and then we have a right to left version. Now, the reason why we can do this is because addition, and we're just doing partial addition, allows us to. So let's first start with our problem because, well, we need the problem, otherwise we're not really adding anything. We got 769 plus 584. And while I'm at it, I'm just going to write it for both of them. 769 plus 584. Alright, and let's switch to green for this one just because we don't want to use red or blue because we've already used them. Now the first thing we're going to do is we're going to start with the left. Okay, and we're going to add 700 plus 500. And 700 plus 500 is going to give us 1,200 because we're in the hundreds category. Next, we're going to add 60 plus 80. And 60 plus 80 is going to give us 140 because we've added 6 plus 8 is 14, but we're in the tens column, so it's going to be 140. And finally, we're going to add 9 plus 4. I keep giving you the answer, and that's going to be 13. Now, once I've given all the subtotals, I'm going to add all that up. Now, one of the things I noticed when we were working with addition of decimals, one of the problems we had was lining up our columns. We always want to make sure we line up our columns. And if we're having problems lining up our problems, please talk to Mr. Winkleman, and I can get you graph paper. Otherwise, with your notebook paper, if you just turn it sideways, it already has lines there, and you can line up your problems in here. Blah, 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 blah. That's me lining up problems, but you really have no idea. And I'm also making a goofy face while I do it. But anyway, we digress. Now that I've done all this, I'm ready to put it together. I just add my vertical now. 0 plus 0 plus 3. 0 plus 4 plus 1 is 5. 2 plus 1 is 3. 1 plus 0 plus 0 is 1. Now notice, same answer, same answer, same answer. And I'm going to bet that when we do the problem the final way, the right to left, we're going to get the same answer again. This time we're going to start it here. 9 plus 4 is 13. We put the 3 in the ones column, the 1 in the tens. Now we're going to do the tens column. 6 plus 4 is 14, but we're doing in the tens, so it's actually 60 plus 80 is 140. And then finally we have our hundreds column. 700 plus 500 is going to give us 1200. Okay, 7 plus 5 is 12, but we're in the hundreds, so we add the two zeros. Now we add those up. 3 plus 0 is 3. 4 plus 1 plus 0, 5. 2 plus 1, 3. 1 plus 0, 1. Now, ladies and gentlemen, look at this. Answer, 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 answer. With each process we did the problem, we got the same answer. So my question for you is, does it matter which one you use? It doesn't. Okay? If you're more comfortable with this, excellent, do that way. If you're more comfortable with this, excellent, do that way. If you're more comfortable with this, excellent, do that way. If you're more comfortable with this, excellent, do it that way. It does not matter to me which one of these four you do. Now I'm just having fun running the red thing, the pointer through the problem. What matters is that you know that you can do one of these methods and you are going to get it right the vast majority of the time. So whatever method you're going to use, do it and do it well. Okay? I wanted to introduce you so you know that there are different ways to do it, but I don't care which way you do it. It's just like multiplication. If you do lattice or traditional or partial product, I don't care. As long as you are able to replicate and do that problem over and over and do this whatever style, whatever method over and over. That's what's important to me, that you can do it without any errors. All right? Sorry, I just went off on a bit of a speech there, but that's the end of video 3-7B. Part C, we're going to look at some examples, and then part D is practice for you. So pay attention to the next ones.